I'm Heidi, and today we're wrapping up a series called Happy Hips for the Holidays. This is week 4, so if you missed the first 3 weeks, not to worry, you can check those out above. I've listed them here. So today's gonna be a little bit different. So what we haven't worked on with our strong hips for the holidays is pelvic stability. So we're gonna be incorporating a little bit of stability core work. And then if at any time anything becomes very challenging for you, I'm gonna offer you some modifications. Remember, this is your workout. You do you, you meet yourself where you're at today. Are you ready? Let's get it started. Our backs today. So just very carefully lowering yourself down onto your mat. You're going to allow your spine to settle into the mat here. And I want you to start by just getting a little bit of we're going to loosen up the hips. So I want you to just go ahead and grab hold of those knees, and you're just going to stir the pot, making big circles with those knees, kind of loosening up the hip joint here. Getting a little circumduction within the hip, and then go ahead and reverse that circle, just kind of loosening up the pelvis, the hips, the back, all the things. Good, do 2 more, just like that. And then take a moment, let the feet just settle into the mat, and I want you to line your feet up with your sits bone, so those bony landmarks that you sit on. Just relaxing the arms by your side. I want you to feel the natural curves of your back. And I want you to start by just rocking that pelvis forward and back. So you're gonna allow that low back to imprint into the mat as you draw the pelvis towards the rib cage. And then you're gonna release, let it go. So again, as you exhale, you're just gonna draw the pelvis towards the ribs, pressing that low back into the mat, and then release. So you're trying to keep your glutes nice and relaxed on this, and just thinking about the abdominals here, and release. Do just 2 more, yeah? So you curl the pelvis, and you release. Last one there, we curl, and we release. And from here, as you exhale, this time we're gonna curl, and we're gonna turn on those legs by pressing into the feet. You're gonna peel your hips off the mat, getting some mobility through that spine, saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, I don't know what time it is there, to your hamstrings. You're gonna hold it there, take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna melt it down 1 bone at a time, and release to neutral. So you should feel your hamstrings, your glutes, and your abdominals working simultaneously. Yes, let's do that again. Taking your exhale, we curl the pelvis. We start to peel the spine off the mat like a sticker. Take a moment here. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, we roll the spine down. We reach the fingers towards the heels, just so our shoulders don't creep up into our ears, yeah? Just a couple more. We're not gonna do too many. We're just getting some warmth through the lower body, getting some warmth into those abdominals, and let's exhale to roll it back down. We're even turning on those back extensors, yeah? Last one, just like that. Again, rolling it up, getting some warmth through the body here. Take a breath in. And let's exhale, roll it back down. And pause there. Now, you're gonna find yourself back where you're just in a natural position of your spine. So you're not smashing your back, you're not arching your back, you're just here, just be. Take your hands, place them right on your hip bones. Find those bony landmarks, place the hands there. Now our goal is to keep our pelvis nice and quiet. So our hands aren't gonna move in the space at all. We're gonna stay here, and I want you just to bring 1 leg to tabletop position. And notice if the hand dipped at all, right? Because if it did, it means there's some instability in the pelvis, so we have to maintain that connection. Bring the foot back to the mat, and then change legs, bringing the opposite knee up, and bring it down. So as you're doing this, you're working really hard to keep those pelvic bones nice and quiet in the space. There's no shifting side to side. There's no arching at the back, no tucking of the pelvis, right? Everything's nice and quiet here as we march. So again, we're working on our stability core, working on a neutral pelvis. So strong, stable pelvis brings good support to the back and good support to your legs, yes, to your hips. One more set here. On your last one, hold the leg up there. Now here's where it gets challenging, right? Turning on that stability core, we're gonna bring the opposite leg to meet it. Tabletop, yes? Squeezing the knees together. We keep the hips right where they are. We're gonna dip one toe down, starting from the top and bringing it up, yes? Inhale. Exhale up. So same work, but now instead of working from the floor up, we're working from the top towards the floor. Yes, bringing it up. Let's do 4 more, hinging out of the hip. Last 3, keeping that pelvis quiet. Last 2. 1 more here. Nice. Take a moment, bring one foot down at a time on the mat. So working that strong stability core. Now take a moment here. Hug your right knee into your chest. Keep your left foot nice and flat. Okay, we'll just keep it there for today. Send that leg up to the sky. We're just gonna stretch the hamstring. Yes, you can grab your thigh. You can grab your calf. If that's still a challenge, you can always grab a towel or a belt or something to put around your foot to help you stretch that hamstring, yes? We're gonna hug the knee into the chest. Exhale to straighten it. One more time, just hug it in. And straighten it. Now from here, I want you to take the leg straight up and down in line with the hip. Now, if that's not available, I want you to bend your knee, okay? So right here, hips are square. I want you to think of the back of the hip staying really square on the mat. We're gonna take that leg, we're gonna cross it over the midline, so over the left hip. You're gonna sweep the leg down and around, bring it up to the top. So you catch it at the top each time. Inhale over, exhale around. Now, as you're moving the leg in the space, the pelvis is quiet. And I want you to see if you could keep this knee from bowing in and out, right? Press into that foot. Sweep that leg around. Keep that inner thigh engaged on that left side. 2 more. Last one. Ooh, I noticed my leg moving. Other direction. We open the leg, sweep it around. So you make that top leg as big of a circle as you can keep your pelvis stable. Maybe your circle is very small, like a golf ball, right? You do you. One more, just like that. Take a moment, bend the knee, bring the foot down. Notice how that hip flexor had to work too, right? Let's draw that left knee into the chest. Give yourself a little hug, and then we're gonna stretch that hamstring, yeah? So again, grabbing your thigh, your calf, maybe your foot, right? Wherever you're at today, just keep it pure hip extension, so right in front of the body. We're gonna hug that knee in again. Exhale to straighten, just a nice quick stretch of the hamstring. Last one, right? Because we want strong legs, but we also want flexible legs, right? Take that leg up, and then take a moment, shoot the leg straight up and down opposite the hip, bending the knee if you need to, okay? We're gonna hold that position. We're gonna take the leg over the midline and sweep it down and around. Yes, over, exhale around. Inhale, exhale. So meanwhile, while the leg is moving through the space, the rest of the body from the waistband up is so quiet, yes? And around, let's do the other direction. We open it, sweep it, catch it at the top. Open and around. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Yes, good. And bring it down. Okay, so The next portion of this is we're going to be working our inner thighs and our rotators. You have the option to take the hands to support the back by just placing them underneath your hips. This is going to give you good back support, okay? So if you struggled with tabletop position earlier, this might be your jam right here, okay? Otherwise, you're going to just keep the arms down by your side. We're going to bring the legs up to tabletop. So remember, this is where you can gauge it if you think you might have an issue, okay? We're going to send the legs straight up to the sky, and we're going to hold, okay? From here, you're going to turn it out, heels together, toes apart. I want you to flex your feet as if you're standing on the ceiling, okay? We're stretching the backs of those knees, engaging our rotators, engaging our inner thighs. I'm going to inhale to bend my knees to the sides of the room. My feet continue to face the ceiling. And then as I exhale, I'm going to wrap my thighs, zip up those inner thighs, press through my heels. Yes? Again, so I inhale, open the hips, driving the knees to the sides of the room. Exhale to close. Now, chances are what you're going to want to do when you bend your knees is pull your knees to your shoulders. I want you to try to rotate your thighs open as much as possible. So you're working those external rotators, deep outward rotators here, and then extend and press. Keep those feet facing the ceiling. We have 4 more just like that. Inhale. Exhale, we press. Last 3. Inhale, open. Exhale, press. Whoo, last 2. And we press it up. Last one. I want you to imagine like you're pushing those heels through honey. Yes, pushing them up. Now hold. Reach through your toes. We're going to open the legs into your wide V, wherever that is for you. You're going to flex your feet, and then from that upper inner thigh, you're going to drag your legs to center. So again, you point, you open. You flex the feet, think of turning out more and dragging those legs up to the top. So if at any time this is a lot, place your hands under your hips, yes? Point the toes. We open. You flex the feet, inner thighs, drag the legs to center, right? So this is where we get lots of inner thigh attention, yes? All the rest of the series, there wasn't that much inner thigh. So today we really want to think of that upper inner thigh connection. 3 more, just like that. Open, flex, exhale, we pull. Last 2 here. Open, flex, and pull. Legs are burning here. Last 1. Open, exhale, we pull, hold right here. We're going to point the toes, bring it to parallel. Now, from here, you may bend your knees back to tabletop if you would like. Otherwise, we're going to keep the legs long. We're going to lower the legs down in the space as much as we can, just working on that stability core. Exhale to bring the legs up. So this is where that pelvis stays nice and quiet. Yes, inhale, legs lower in the space without the back arching. Exhale to bring it up. If your hands are still under your pelvis, awesome. That works too. Yes, 3 more. Exhale up. And last 2, strong, stable pelvis. Last 1 here. Bring it up. Hug the knees into your chest. And relax. Take a moment. Let's finish the way we started. We're just going to circumduct those hips, just stir the pot with those knees, and stir them the other direction. Take your feet onto your mat, just as wide as your mat, okay? So nice wide position. Open the arms, and then we're just going to let the knees fall to one side. You're going to get a nice little stretch through the front of the hips, letting the back go. Look over the opposite shoulder. And then switching sides, let the knees sway the other direction. You guys, you're so awesome. If you stuck with me through this whole series, I am so grateful for you. If you're just joining, I'm so glad you're here. It's never too late, right? These videos aren't going away, so you can enjoy them at your leisure. Even when it's not the holidays, right? Let's do 1 more set. You guys are so awesome. I'm so, so grateful you are here. That is it. That was the last in your series. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again real soon. We got some fun things coming up for the new year. Let's do it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you liked this video. Give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget, subscribe and you'll be notified when the next video drops. And in the meantime, come join me on Instagram. I hope to see you soon.